Cats. Ozinga is a fourth-generation family-owned American business that provides quality bulk materials and diverse concrete solutions delivered where you need it, when you need it. With the help of our extensive network of transportation services, including truck, rail, barge, and ship terminals across the Midwest, Ozinga makes a positive impact on individuals, their families, and the community for generations by providing concrete, aggregates, and cement that help build a better future. For more information, visit ozinga.com.
Allegra is a full-service marketing company providing customized marketing, printing, mailing, and signage solutions to meet your business goals. Allegra offers a wide variety of creative solutions that are tailored to each business's unique challenges, from printing services and custom signs to mailing services and promotional marketing. Call Allegra in Evanston at 847-864-9797 or visit AllegraEvanston.com to learn more. Every game starts with teamwork, and at Goodwill, we believe in the same thing. When you shop secondhand, you're helping create jobs, strengthen communities, and give every item a second chance to shine. From game day looks to sustainable style, your next win starts at Goodwill. Visit GoodwillGreaterMC.org to find your nearest store. Goodwill, style with purpose, built for Wildcats.
Bob Sarai in charge of the station, weekday morning 6 to 10 on your home for Big Ten basketball.
See, it was a rough night for the Wildcats in Champaign on Wednesday would be quite the understatement. The Cats were just 19 for 65 shooting for the game, 29%. They were down 47-19 at halftime. They lost by 40, despite the fact they had one turnover in the entire game. But it was a difficult night from a number of standpoints. Illinois just couldn't miss. The Illini 52% in the first half. They shot 17. They made 17 three-point field goals. And now they come in here and take on this Iowa team, which is, 5 in a row, Billy. Not quite the winning streak that Illinois had when the Wildcats went into the State Farm Center. But this is a hot team here, and they've been doing it with defense.
Absolutely. You're talking about the Cats facing the number one defensive team in the Big Ten, just allowing 63.5 points per game. They model themselves getting back on defense, playing tough individual defense. The Cats are going to have to find a way to score and get more people involved this afternoon and shoot the ball much better. In addition to that, the Cats can win the rebound, the battle of the boards, as this is not a great rebounding team, but their defense has been absolutely outstanding this year.
The Wildcats want to get Nick Martinelli going again. He went into that game against the Illini, leading the Big Ten and the nation in scoring. He has fallen now to 6th nationally. He was held to just 4 points, a season low, far and away a season low, just the second time he's failed to reach double figures, and he only played 27 minutes. The Wildcats are hoping they will see the usual Nick Martinelli here today.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. You know, Nick takes these things very personally. He's got a lot of pride in this program and in himself, and he'll bounce back. But again, he's going to have to get help from Page and Reed and Trey Singleton this afternoon if they hope to have a chance to steal one here on the road at Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Tough place to play. The Wildcats haven't won here since 2012. They've dropped 10 straight in this building. See if they can change that today. I'll be back with the head coach, Chris Collins, next. This is Northwestern Basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Experience the best of downtown Evanston when you stay at the Hilton Orrington. The newly renovated hotel features all new guest rooms and suites. This season, score sensational offers close to Northwestern events with seasonal packages and accommodations suited for families, graduates, and sports fans, including unique corner quad accommodations featuring 4 connecting guest rooms and a private corridor. When you want to be in the center of game day action, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay. Visit hilton.com/Orrington Evanston to learn more.
Hey, I'm John Williams, and I'll see you weekdays 10 to 2. Let's get you back to the Wildcats.
Time for a pregame conversation with head coach Chris Collins, presented by Pace Bus. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare Airport for just $2. Google Pace Bus Pulse Dempster for more information. Here at Carver Hawkeye Arena with the head coach of the Wildcats before this game with the Iowa Hawkeyes. The word was flush it after the game on Wednesday night. How successful were you?
There's always still some remnants when you lose a game like that, especially in a rivalry type situation. But that was a perfect storm of, them playing at an incredibly high level, especially shooting the ball from the 3-point line, and us completely the opposite. I looked at the stat sheet after and I said, man, I don't know that I've ever seen a game where you only turn the ball over once and you only score 44 points. I mean, that's how abysmal the shooting was, because it means we were getting a shot every time. And so we just had a really tough night. The game got away from us quickly and could never really kind of get out of it. But it tests the team's mettle. You have to, pick yourself up. We talk about it all the time. This is an unforgiving league. There's a lot of really good teams. There's going to be nights like that every once in a while, and you got to pick yourself up and you got to fight, live to fight another day. And we have another opportunity here this afternoon.
I guess the encouraging thing, it's not like that's been your normal game. I mean, you've had some tough losses, but you've been in most of those games. Does that give you more encouragement?
I hope so. I mean, we have a fighting group. This isn't a group that's laid down by any. They want to fight. They want to keep competing. I see that every day, the way they prepare, the way they practice. And we got some young guys that are out there now, and they're figuring it out and taking some lumps. And we're going to keep battling. We're going to keep fighting, and hopefully give ourselves a chance to win some of these games down the stretch.
You kept Nick on the bench much of the second half, and you said trying to get his legs back a little bit. He was kind of beaten down. You had a few days off here. Are you able to kind of get him a little fresher?
I hope so. Just when we were down 40 points, there was no reason to risk injury, more wear and tear. I mean, the amount that's on that guy's body and on his plate every single night, it was the right call, to get him that last 10 minutes off the floor. So, he's got a couple days. We got some treatment, we're able to get in the practice floor a little bit and kind of get sharp and get fresh. And hopefully he'll bounce back today and have a typical Nick Martinelli performance.
Well, another team that totally turned their roster over now, but there's one guy out there who certainly seems to be making a name for himself in the Big Ten after doing so in the Valley in Sturts.
Yeah, Bennett Sturts, terrific player. Got a chance to watch him a bunch last year just as a basketball fan, what he was able to do with Drake. And he's a big guard, very savvy, very crafty, very smart, can score, can distribute. He knows his coach's system inside and out. They've been together. I admire his loyalty with his coach from Division II to Drake, now here to Iowa. So one of the better players in the conference, no question about it. And they have terrific guys who play their roles around him. And that's the reason why they're 17-5 and having such a great year. This is a well-rounded team that plays very well together and are incredibly disciplined.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Good luck today.
Thank you.
That's Chris Collins. This is Northwestern Basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
What a finish. A perfect game ender.
Even more, 10 Mile House at tmhevanston.com is the sweet spot for pre, during, and post-game revelry.
Steps from Welsh Ryan, they got it going on 7 days a week.
And Sunday brunch, you just can't beat it.
10 Mile House is stacked with awesome comfort food, tasty craft cocktails, and seasonal wine and beer.
I'm going with the house smoked barbecue.
It's a crisp brick oven pizza for me.
10 Mile is the reigning neighborhood spot. Go to tmhevanston.com to make a reservation today. That's tmhevanston.com. Go Wildcats.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Shop now for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations, grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion, from romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles, offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store kohls.com for details.
News, weather, and traffic from the copter. It's a three-pointer in the morning. Surratt, 6 till 10 on your home for Wildcat basketball.
Getting set for Northwestern and Iowa here at Iowa City. Right now, 10 seconds for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat basketball.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide.
Performed this afternoon by Cindy Windsor.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the world of the brave?
Wildcat fans, Game Day Spirit has you covered in store, online for the best Northwestern Game Day essentials. Shop top brands like Under Armour, Champion, and Tommy Bahama, all at the official fan store of the Northwestern Wildcats. Shop in store at 1807 Central in Evanston or online 24/7 at shop.nusports.com. Game Day Spirit, where Wildcat fans shop. It's been the Northwestern Basketball pregame show presented by Wintrust. Back to get it going next. This is Northwestern Basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Score more with the college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap and earn up to 5% cash back through Venmo Stash, a new rewards program where the more you do, the more you get. Get your Venmo debit card today and start earning rewards with Venmo Stash. No monthly fee, no minimum balance. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A. Select schools available. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply at venmo.me/stash terms. Max $100 cash back per month.
This is Wildcat Basketball, presented by Wintrust, proudly leading the way towards better healthcare. It's countdown to tip-off. Here's the voice of the Wildcats, Dave Ennett.
And now, here are the starting lineups powered by Constellation. To learn more, visit constellation.com/energy. Constellation, the preferred energy provider for Northwestern University athletics. For the Wildcats and head coach Chris Collins, it will be the same starting lineup deployed Wednesday night in Champaign. The forwards, freshman Tyler Kropp, freshman Trey Singleton, and Nick Martinelli, the Big Ten's leading scorer. Nick averaging 22.8 points a game. At guard, the freshman Jake West, and the junior Jaden Reed will make his second straight start after coming off the bench for 6 consecutive games. Chris Collins, in his 13th year as the head coach of the Wildcats, 204 wins, second all-time at Northwestern. He is 5-15 against the Hawkeyes. For Iowa and first-year head coach Ben McCollum, at forward Cam Manyow, a 6'9 junior from Kansas City, a transfer from Drake, as are several of his teammates. The leading rebounder and fifth leading scorer for the Hawkeyes, averaging just under 7 points and 4 rebounds a game. At forward, Tavion Banks, a 6'7 senior from Kansas City, also a Drake transfer, the second leading scorer and rebounder for Iowa. The only holdover among the starters, Cooper Koch, a 6'8 freshman, redshirt freshman from Peoria, the top returning scorer, though he averaged only 4.6 points a game in 10 games a year ago for Iowa. At guard, Cale Combs, a transfer from Jake, 6'4 junior from Missouri. And at guard, Bennett Sturtz, their leading scorer, 6'4, a senior from Liberty, Missouri, averaging over 19 points a game to rank 6th in the Big Ten after averaging last year at Drake over 19 points a game. Ben McCollum, 442 career coaching wins. Before coming to Iowa, he was at Drake, where he was 31-4 a year ago and took Drake to the second round of the NCAA tournament after winning the Missouri Valley Championship. Coach prior to that at Division II Northwest Missouri State. Our officials, Mike Littlewood, Doug Sermon, Zandy O'Brien. 189th meeting between the Cats and the Hawkeyes. Their only scheduled meeting. They split 2 meetings last season. The Wildcats won in Evanston on the 28th of February, 68-57, after losing a heartbreaker on this floor December 3rd, 2024, 80-79 on a Josh Dix three-pointer at the buzzer. The Wildcats and Hawkeyes have split their last 4 meetings after a 9-game Iowa winning streak from 2018 to 2023. And again, the Cats haven't won here in Iowa City since a 70-66 win, March 3rd, 2012. Trey Singleton will jump against Cam Manyow. The Hawkeyes in their gold home uniforms, Cats their purple travel uniforms, tap controlled by the Wildcats. Martinelli picks it up, scoops it to Jake West, who brings it right to left as we see it. And here we go. Singleton wide on the right side, played there by Banks. Around to the left, West gets it low on the left. Here's Singleton, a little up and under move, and he banks it in. Nice move by the freshman Singleton. Cats grab a 2-0 lead.
Patient and decisive.
Trey, 8 points the other night against the Illini. Here's Banks out on top. Gives it off to Sturtz. His first touch, and a high pass bobbled and lost out of bounds by Banks. Turnover by the Hawkeyes.
And that's something that the Hawkeyes, much like the Cats, they do a terrific job of taking care of the basketball. Cats focused on defense during their walk around this morning.
They average 10 turnovers a game on the lower numbers. Here is Jake West, high left. Feeds Reed out in front. played there by Sturts. Looks to the right side. Driving the baseline, a little jumper. Rolls out. And then the rebound out of bounds to the Wildcats after the initial miss there by Singleton that just kind of hung on the rim, and Kropp able to keep it alive. And the inbounds pass goes to Kropp for a jumper for the right. It's good. Tyler Kropp gives the Cats a 4-0 lead.
Cats looking sharp here early.
There's Koch setting a screen for Sturts. Sturts with Martinelli helping Kropp defensively. Bounce pass and a skip pass to the near side. Banks on the baseline, cut off by Singleton. Another skip pass. Here Sturts down the lane. Missed the layup. It was redirected. Rebounded by Singleton. Cats bring it the other way. West to Reed. Circles back out with it. Cats will reset. Cats like to push the ball. They tried right there. There's Martinelli. One dribble, handoff Reed. 12 to shoot. Jaden Reed at the top. Kicks it out. Singleton left baseline. Cut off there by Maniau. Reed with the shot clock running down. Puts up a fadeaway jumper. No. And the rebound grab by Banks for Iowa.
Good possession and good shot by Reed.
At the other end, here's Holmes. To Koch inside. And the layup good by Maniau. And Iowa's on the board. It's 4-2.
Cats got caught a little bit out of rotation. This Iowa team doesn't give a lot up in fast break points. They focus on getting back and limiting transition points.
There's Kropp, top of the key. Pressure there by Maniau. Hands it off to Reed. Started by Sturts. Started left, drives back to the right. Shot clock at 10. Across to West. West down the lane. Dribble drive. Ball deflected out of bounds by the Hawkeyes with 5 of the shot clock.
In the game for Iowa, number 23.
The Hawkeyes, Isaiah Howard checks in. Also a Drake transfer. He replaces Combs, 6'5" sophomore from Plattsburgh, Missouri. Reed to inbound. 5 to shoot. Into Martinelli. Left baseline. Martinelli with 2, with 1. Puts it up. Short, air ball, shot clock violation.
Yeah, Cats lost sight of the shot clock that time. Only 5 on the clock in. Little mental lapse. And Cats with their first turnover.
Howard brings the ball up. Feeds it out on the left to Sturts. And here's Maniau around to Koch, right out of the circle. Played by Singleton. Bouncing. Maniau goes to his left hand and banks it off the window.
Yeah, Maniau with 2 scores inside. Off the dribble drive penetration.
Cats scored the first points. First 4, Iowa scored the last 4. Here's Reed, played by Sturts out between the rings. Walks through the Hawkeye logo, starts back to his left. Now driving, kicking. Singleton up top to West with 10 to shoot. Jake West driving right. Puts the pass to Singleton to Martinelli. Little jumper in and out for Nick. And the rebound loose up for grabs, picked up by Maniau.
Cats getting some good looks inside. Martinelli just didn't get his typical friendly bounce.
Here's Sturts to Howard over the top. Koch the catch. And he's fouled by Kropp.
Jaden Reed got caught with the mismatch inside on the 6'9" Koch. They just threw it over the top, and then the Cats had to foul in effort to prevent the easy layup.
So Cooper Koch to the free throw line. 73% foul shooter, son of former Hawkeye J.R. Koch. Free throw good. And Iowa has its first lead. Here's Arrington Page replacing Tyler Kropp for the Wildcats. And Maniau out. And in is the junior Alvaro Fulgueras from Spain. In for the Hawkeyes.
Spain. I've been there.
Of course you've been there. Free throw good for Koch. You've been everywhere, man.
It's like what is that, Motel 6? I've been everywhere, man.
Yep. Here's West. Scoops it to Singleton, bouncing for Page, high post. Page hands it off. Here's Reed. Fires it inside to Page for a dunk. Beautiful pass to Page. And the Cats tie it up at 6.
And I was going to say Page can be really impactful in this ball game, and showed that with the first play. Great pass from J.R. Reed.
There's Fulgueras, his first touch, moving left. Gives it off to Sturts. Back to the left side. 3 ball, no good. The rebound, Banks got his own miss back and put it in.
Yeah, Banks got inside position on Trey Singleton and just out-battled the Cats for that score.
Here's Page, skip pass, great. The catch, Singleton on the right wing. Inside Martinelli, jump hook with left hand, no good.
Martinelli a little quick, a little rushed with that shot, knocked off balance just a tad.
Hawkeyes the other way. Sturts down the line, crosses over, lays it in with left hand, and Iowa leads it 10-6. So Sturts with his first points. Here's West, feeds inside to Page, bobbles, picks it back up, but he stepped on the baseline. And the ball will go to the Hawkeyes. The Cats turn it over, and we get our first timeout. It's now time for our Athletico Physical Therapy Injury Update. It pays. Start with Athletico. Visit athletico.com to request your in-clinic or virtual free assessment. No injuries to report for the Wildcats. Visit Minnesota to see why frozen water is magical and experience the thrill of feeling hot in single-digit temps. Thrill the whole family with outdoor fun, a trip to an indoor water park, and the iconic Mall of America. Learn more at exploreminnesota.com. Iowa leads Northwestern 10-6, 14:58 to go. Here in the first half at Iowa City. This Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
PowerPlate, the official fitness technology partner of the Northwestern Wildcats, is a staple of Northwestern athletic training, but it's not just for elite athletes. PowerPlate's whole body vibration technology offers an incredible array of health benefits to people of all ages and fitness levels. Put simply, PowerPlate allows you to feel better, exercise smarter, and recover faster. Sound too good to be true? It's not. See for yourself at PowerPlate.com. Live like the Cats with PowerPlate.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
I'm John Williams here weekdays 10 to 2. Now it's back out to Chicago's Big Ten team.
Cats fans, Northwestern trusts IAS Branding with the Wildcats brand. Let IAS Branding, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, be the solution for your branded merchandise and promotional products. Visit iasbranding.com to learn more. First time out, 14:58 to go. Iowa has a 10-6 lead. Billy, the comment we got at halftime from assistant coach Brian James Wednesday night in Champaign was, well, we played well the first 5 minutes. We're 5 minutes into this one. It's a 4-point Iowa lead. The Cats scored the first 4 points of the game. Iowa scored the next 4. And the Hawkeyes here will have the ball after a Northwestern turnover.
Well, the big story here thus far, Iowa scored 8 of their 10 points in the paint. A couple of defensive lapses that the Cats called the timeout to try to rectify that situation. And again, they've had some good looks at the basket, much like they did in Champaign, just unable to convert.
Howard will handle the ball, angling left into the front court, picked up there by West. Gives it off to Sturts, and the Hawkeyes go to work. Sturts moves right, bounces to Fulgaris, and out on the left. No shot there, but Fulgaris will jack a 3. It's no good. Rebound Martinelli. And back the other way. Tate Sage, freshman for the Hawkeyes, has checked in. He passed up a 3 on that possession. Here is Singleton at the logo. Gives it off to West. Shot clock at 14. West lobbing to Page on a pick and roll. He kicks it out. Martinelli for 3. Good. Nick Martinelli hits a 3, and the Wildcats are within 1, 10-9.
Unselfish pass by Page there. Had a chance to score inside, but passed out to the open Martinelli.
Martinelli ties Cedric Nellums for 11th all-time in Northwestern in scoring as Fulgaris goes up for the dunk. A foul called. Shot did not go.
And Page challenging the shot. Gets called for the foul. But better to let a player earn those at the charity stripe than allow them to dunk and then get the momentum and the crowd involved.
Bulgaris at the free throw line, 73% free throw shooter. Rims out the first one.
Beat you to the punch in that one, Dave. Justice.
Played the last 2 years of Robert Morris. He was the Horizon League Player of the Year there a year ago, as Billy said, from Malaga, Spain. He bangs home the second free throw attempt for his first point, and the Hawkeyes have a 2-point lead, 11-9, 13:53 to go. Angelo Cheravino, the sophomore, in for the Cats. Here is West behind the back dribble, gives it off to Reed. Shot clock at 17. He launches the three. It's no good. Bulgaris grabs the rebound. Here is Sturts. Outlets to Howard. Howard driving on Reed in the lane, goes up for the shot. They'll wave it off.
Excellent call.
Offensive foul.
Yeah, Howard just dipped his right shoulder into the chest of Jaden Reed that time, trying to clear space for the drive. Good hustle recovery defense by Jaden Reed.
Banks out, Koch back in for the Hawkeyes. Wildcats with the ball down 2, 13:30 to go first half. Jake West, freshman, handling the ball, starting for the 8th straight time here today. Here's Page, bouncing inside for Martinelli, and he's fouled by Howard.
Yeah, Howard being aggressive on both ends, and that time trying to deny Martinelli the ball on the left block right in front of the Iowa bench.
So 2 quick fouls on Isaiah Howard. He's out. Combs in for the Hawkeyes. He started the game.
Yeah, Combs a very good defensive player.
Jaden Reed into Jake West, left corner. Played by Fulgaris. Let's see if he drives on him. He will. Goes to his right hand, scoops it up and in. We are tied 11-all.
Nice read by Jake West, knowing that Fulgaris couldn't defend him on the perimeter.
Here is Sturts. Back to Combs. Combs now gives it to Koch at the logo. Pivots, feeds Sturts high on the right side against Page. Takes a step back three. Missed it. Rebound Koch. Goes right up with it, goes to his left hand, missed it. The follow, no good. Tipped up, no. And the rebound, Cheravino. Cats worked hard on the defensive glass there, and they come away with it. They are rewarded. Here's West to Reed. Down the lane, spins to his right. Jumper, good. And the Wildcats lead it 13-11.
Jaden Reed with the Wheel of Fortune move there. Gets Combs twisted and knocked.
Fulgaris drops it weak side. Combs can't shoot, gives it off. Drive again. Sage blocked by Page, but a foul call.
Page again challenging the shot. Gets called for the foul, and
yeah, that's 2.
Just good hustle. Just good hustle on Page. And again, another breakdown with the rotation of the ball that allows Iowa to get dribble drive penetration as Sage attacks the basket.
Sage to the free throw line. He's the third leading scorer in Big Ten play at 7 points. He knocks down the first free throw attempt. Trey Singleton and the freshman Phoenix Gill in for the Wildcats, replacing Page and West.
Yeah, just hoping Page, in spite of those hustle fouls, can keep his head into the ball game. They're going to need his play here throughout the course of the game.
Sage makes them both. And we are tied at 13. So Phoenix Gill, who played a career-high 15 minutes Wednesday night, makes his earliest appearance here, appearing in his 9th game. Here's Cheravino, goes into posting Martinelli. Martinelli working against Koch. Spins to his left, tried to step through it. Gets it back from Reed. Goes up with his left hand and missed it. Rebounded by Manuel for Iowa, and Combs the other way for the Hawkeyes. Combs to the baseline. Feeds it out to Sage against Singleton. Looks for Sturts. Shot clock at 15, 11:40 for the half. Tie game. Here's Combs, right baseline drive. Cut off there. Back outside, Sage. Underhand scoop to Combs on the right wing. Skip past Sturts with 2 to shoot. 3, air ball, out of bounds, Northwestern ball.
Good hustle, good defensive rotation that time by the Cats. Jaden Reed cutting off the dribble drive penetration, forcing the errant shot.
Attention all Northwestern students and Wildcat fans. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare Airport for just $2. Google Pace Bus Pulse Dempster for more information. Today's official game sponsor is United Airlines. Proud to fly the Northwestern Wildcats. Northwestern and Iowa tied at 13. 11:25 to go here in the first half. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for the players every game at Welsh Ryan Arena. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup or for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, the official hardwood floor care provider of Northwestern basketball.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
End your day with me, John Landecker, 7 to 10. Back to Northwestern basketball.
On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. The new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. The Iowa Hawkeyes are 11-1 here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Their only loss here was to Illinois during that 12-game Illini winning streak. The Hawkeyes just got back from the West Coast. They swept their trip to the Pacific Northwest, winning at Oregon 84-66. And then Wednesday night at Washington, they trailed at the half. They came back to win after trailing at halftime by 7. They trailed in that game by as many as 9, but ended up winning at 84-74. And so far today, the Wildcats are out shooting the Hawkeyes 46% to 33%.
Yeah, the Cats have also evened up the points in the paint to 8, but getting off to a good shooting start on the road is essential. They had really good shots at Illinois, but couldn't convert. And as you said, Illinois was just red hot. They weren't to be stopped that night. But right now, the Cats are battling hard here and playing terrific defense.
Coach Collins called it, what did he say, a perfect storm. It really was. They couldn't miss, and the Cats couldn't make a shot. Here's Reed bouncing to Martinelli. Hands it off to Gill, circling left. Chased by Sturts. Gill back to his right to Reed. Jaden Reed on the drive to the baseline. Chased by Combs. Shot clock down to 10. Gets a screen for Martinelli. Goes to Nick for a pick and pop and a 3. It's no good. And the rebound controlled by Mania.
Yeah, Martinelli off to a slow start here, just 1 of 6.
Here's Combs. Looks right. Now passes right to Koch. And pass almost got away out in front from Banks, but he saves it. Now Sturts has the ball knocked away by Cheravino, and they're going to call a foul on Angelo. Looked like he was about to come up with a loose ball there. He picks up his first foul, the 4th team foul on the Wildcats.
One of the things you want to do with a player like Sturts is once he gives the ball up, prevent him from getting it back.
Here's Sturts into the paint, sends it outside. Banks up 3, no good. Rebound Martinelli. And the Cats bring it the other way. Jaden Reed picked up by Koch at the top. Stops, fires a jumper. No, off the front of the rim. Rebound chased down by Singleton. And the Cats reset. Here's Reed bouncing Martinelli left to the lane. Back up top, Reed. Reed feeds Martinelli. Breaks away from Banks to Scoops it underneath. Cheravino had a shot blocked, but a foul. Cheravino off the feet from Martinelli. Fouled by Koch.
Yeah. Cheravino with an aggressive move inside. And this is where Jello has the ability with that outstanding jumping ability to just elevate over players and create contact.
Well, the Wildcats only went to the free throw line 4 times against Illinois. Cheravino makes his first free throw attempt. Cats are back in front 14-13. Angelo 54% from the line on the season. He makes them both. Now the Cats have a 2-point lead, 16-14. Jake West back in for the Wildcats as Reed gets a breather. Here's Sturts. Throws it into traffic and now back outside to Sage. Around to Sturts off the handoff, driving right to the lane. Sends it back outside to Combs. With Gill on him. Now they switch. Singleton takes him and a foul called on Singleton.
Yeah, Singleton again getting caught switching out on a guard. Again, has to give a little ground due to the quickness of Combs.
Sturts will inbound right in front of us. West guarding into Folgaris, who's checked back. And now here's Combs, driver to the basket. A shot rejected. And Daniel got the rebound, and he got fouled.
Yeah, Phoenix Gill overcommitted outside, and Combs was able to get into the paint. Cats come up with a block, but the foul, I believe, on Singleton.
Yep, that's 2 on Trey. That's 6 on the Cats. Daniel to the line, 64% free throw shooter. First one up and no good.
Justice.
Here comes Kropp in for Singleton.
And you can understand why Iowa has done such a terrific job of keeping opponents under their scoring average. The pace of the game, they really grind it out. And
air ball free throw by Manuel. And it's Northwestern ball.
A little breeze in here, Dave. We caught that as we were walking into the south end of the arena prior to the ball game.
Here's West driving right. Don't see many of those. Here's Gill. Looks left. His pass intended for Cheravino. Stolen by Sturts. Numbers for the Hawkeyes. Combs, defended by Gill, gives it up to Folgaris beyond the three-point line on the left. He drives in, bobbles the ball. But a foul called. Cheravino
got cracked in the
jaw. Got hit in the face, or he's kind of shaking it off there.
Yeah, Phoenix Gill is going to have to really pay attention to passes, because this team excels in with their defense, averaging about 7 steals per ball game. And that's what they do. They play the passing lane, they show the passing lane, and then they take it away.
First foul on Martinelli. And Sturts goes over for some attention from the athletic trainer. He had some blood on his leg. Folgaris will be at the free throw line. Here after the foul on Nick. 7th team foul. And Reed in for Gill. Folgaris at the line. Last 2 years at Robert Morris, averaged about 10 points and 7 rebounds a game.
Again, a lot of graduations by Iowa, and they just cobbled this roster together like many teams are doing now in this new era.
Free throw rims out. Rebound picked up by Tyler Kropp. The front end missed by Folgaris. Well, they lost their top 7 scorers. Some of those defections via the portal. Here is West at the top. Driving on Combs. Tried to drop it weak side to Kropp, and that one's turned over.
And that's a shot instead of a pass.
Here's Sturts to Folgaris. Down the lane, drops it off. Manuel spins, shoots, misses. Rebound out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawkeyes. That's had the ball surrounded. No one could grab it.
Yeah, Jake West with the penetration into the lane. Too deep to make a pass. And right there just had a easy layup.
Like Holmes into Sturts. Catch and shoot. Fade away. No good. Rebound Kropp. You know, Iowa's shooting under 30%. They've missed now 9 straight shots, I believe. You got to take advantage. Here's West. He'll fire a 3. It's good. Jake West, 3-pointer. Cats lead by 5. 18-13.
Ask and thou shalt receive. Jake West.
Think he heard me?
Yes, he did.
Sturts at the
Looks over
logo.
and winked at you, Dave.
Here Sturts spinning. 12-footer up. That one rattles home for Sturts. And that's their first made field goal in 9 attempts. And Sturts now has 4.
Well, the Cats playing a little good defense of their own here.
They are. It's 18-15 Northwestern. Just past the 8-minute mark first half. West to Reed wide on the right. Return feed for West. Holds and looks. Fires left. There's Cherubino. Drops it to Kropp under the basket. Falling down. Saves it to Kropp. And now Reed on the baseline. 6 to shoot. It's picked up by Martinelli. Floater in and out. Rebound Fulgaris. And a no-look feed. Combs all the way down the floor. Unguarded. And a no-look pass from Sturts for an easy layup. And Iowa's within 18-17.
Yeah, with Reed dribble drive penetration inside, Jake West has to provide the defensive balance.
There's Reed. Looking. Starts to his right, now accelerating. Drops it weak side to Kropp, and he gets fouled. And that will get us to a timeout. The Wildcats had a couple empty possessions there, but Tyler Kropp will be at the free throw line when we come back. Wildcats fans, score a basket for your taste buds on game days with Odyssey Brands Greek yogurt and feta cheese, made by 4 generations of master cheesemakers and available at your local grocer. Ozinga's purpose is to make a positive impact in the community, which is why they're the proud sponsor of the Together Building Better promotion. For every point Northwestern men's and women's basketball team scores this season, Ozinga will donate $1 to the NU Dance Marathon. Thank you, Ozinga, for your support in this great cause. Go Cats. Northwestern leads Iowa 18-17, 7:09 to go first half. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey homeowners, don't miss the best way to discover that improving your home can be easy, fun, and affordable. All it takes is just one visit to the free home show nearest you. There are 6 great events throughout Chicagoland from now through April, with shows in Oak Brook and Tinley Park in the next 2 weeks. Let them help you make your home a dream home, all with free admission and free parking. Find the home show nearest you. For dates and locations, visit freehomeshow.com today. That's freehomeshow.com.
It's Bob Surratt, weekdays with the morning crew, 6 till 10 on your home for Big Ten basketball.
7:09 to go first half. Northwestern a 1-point lead here in Iowa City. Let's find out what else is happening back in our studios. Mark Carvin.
All right, Dave, USC beats Penn State on the road 77-75 as they get a bucket with 0.7 left from Elijah Arenas to win it. Michigan bombed Ohio State 82-61, and Maryland hanging in there with Minnesota on the road 46-45, about 11 minutes to go in that one.
Thank you, Mark. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the best tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our product lineup and for a store locator. We'll see those Michigan Wolverines Wednesday night at Welsh Ryan Arena. A 7:30 start. Cats and the Wolverines played overtime a year ago in Ann Arbor, but that is one of the teams that is right at the top of the conference and alone atop the conference at the moment. And that will be a challenge, but what game is it, right, Billy?
That is correct,
including
Dave.
This one.
Yeah, Cats in a dogfight here in Iowa City, leading by 1 and doing a terrific job of playing defense and holding Iowa right now to 35% shooting here in the first half.
Terrific job. Hawkeyes 2 for their last 10. Tyler Kropp, fouled by Sage, goes to the free throw line for 2. Free throw good. Tyler, 94% from the line. Has not missed a free throw in Big Ten play. Don't look at me that way. He's not going to miss this one either. And he makes it.
They don't eyeball you like that, huh, Dave?
20-17. Northwestern, 7:05 to go first half.
My mom would say, don't cut your eyes at me like that.
Here's Sturtz. Feeds it off to Combs, driving left. Combs left of the lane, picks up his dribble, and it's just held in by Sturtz at the logo. Now driving, Sturtz stops, leaves it for Banks at the top, spins his way out of the paint, spins to his left, now goes to an up and under move, missed it. Rebound, grabbed by Kropp. Good job there. Kropp tipped it and then grabbed the rebound.
And didn't fall for the pump fake.
And here's Martinelli inside, back out to West. Step back three. West, good. Jake West, three-pointer. Little inside-out action there. The Cats are up 6, 23-17.
And Martinelli set that play up for him as he was doubled inside.
Here's Folgaris, three-point line, driving on Cherovino. Little jumper, no good. Rebound, volleyballed around. And then Folgaris grabs it and a foul called, and that's going to be on Cherovino.
Yeah, Cherovino with his second foul that time allows Folgaris to get into the paint. And that always disrupts the team's interior defense, which allowed Folgaris to keep the ball alive on the offensive glass.
Martinelli, Kropp, Cherovino all go out. Gill, Page, Singleton back in. Line change for Chris Collins as Folgaris goes to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. He makes the free throw.
And Iowa with 13 rebounds here in the first half, 6 of them on the offensive glass. So that's going to be an area of concern here for the Cats as the game progresses.
Folgaris makes both the free throws, and the Cats lead is 4 points, 23-19. What was that buzzer? Here's West bringing it up. Hit that three a moment ago. West looks for Gill. Out the logo, leaves it for Reed, high on the right side. Jaden Reed to Arrington Page against Folgaris. Had the ball poked away. It's up for grabs and picked up by Combs. Turnover by the Wildcats. That's their 5th turnover. They only had one the entire game against the Illini. Here's Banks, left of the circle, feeds it to Koch. Now back to Combs with the West on him. Combs fires it to Sturtz at the free throw line against Reed. Backs his way down the lane, stripped of the ball. Singleton has it. Off to Gill. Gill lost the handle on it and turns it over. Sturtz the other way. Bounce to Folgaris, goes up for the dunk, and he gets fouled.
And the third foul by Page and Gill with 2 turnovers. That was costly as the Cats had numbers, but credit Iowa for getting back in transition defense, which is one of their strengths.
Cats got a steal from Singleton, but then Gill turned it over to Sturtz. And Folgaris right back at the free throw line. Cherovino Martinelli getting up off the bench. 3 fouls on Page. That's 9 team fouls now with the Wildcats. 2 shots here for Folgaris. First one is good.
And Folgaris started that sequence with a stripping Page on his crossover dribble at the top of the key.
23-20 Northwestern. 5:23 to go at the half. Another one coming here for Folgaris. And it's no good off the front of the rim. Rebound, Cherovino.
Justice.
Thank you. West angles right into the front court. 5:17 to go. Up to Martinelli. Now Reed sends it back to West. Bouncing for Singleton. Hand off to Cherovino, moving left. Passing right to West. Spins to his right. Drops it weak side. Singleton goes up. Missed the shot, but he got fouled. Nice relocation by Singleton. Cats are working a lot of passes, Billy, to the weak side.
Yeah, and a nice spin move by Jake West to relocate the defense. And as they looks like he was going to get a layup, they come over to stop him, and Trey Singleton wide open.
Now on Banks, free throw, good by Trey Singleton. Trey with double-figure scoring games, 3 of the last 4. Got 3 so far here today.
And I got to tell you, if you would tell me that Nick Martinelli would be 1 for 7, just 3 points, and the Cats would be up 5 on the road, 4 on the road,
or 6,
5.
A 5, yes.
then Cats are doing a really good job.
Singleton with 4, a 5-point lead, 25-20. Cats led by as many as 6. The lead 5 right now. 5 minutes to go to the half as Sturts works the ball up against West. Sturts, Missouri Valley Player of the Year, leading scorer a year ago. Sturts driving. Martinelli stays in front of him, puts up a fadeaway off balance, no good. Martinelli, the rebound. Good defense on the ball that time by the Cats.
Yeah, forcing Sturts to take the fall away off balance shot.
Here's Reed to Martinelli. Jab step. Starts to drive, gets inside, goes up, missed the shot, he gets knocked down. Traveling ball.
You got to give Koch credit. He's doing a nice job on Martinelli.
So the Wildcats with their 7th turnover. Iowa ball here. Hawkeyes shooting 30% here in the first half. Team which came in shooting 51%, 10th in the nation, 2nd in the Big Ten. Combs bouncing inside to Banks, hands it to Sturts. Looks back to Combs, right of the circle, lobs one inside to Banks, who's fouled.
And Chris Collins upset with the foul because the pass was well behind the backboard, and Banks would have had little room to operate on the baseline.
So 2 on Martinelli now. Fouls becoming a major concern in this game for the Wildcats, and Banks to the free throw line. 90% in Big Ten play. 28 of 31 makes the first.
The Cats might have to go deeper into their bench this afternoon.
Another free throw attempt here for Tavian Banks. Averaged 10 and 5 last year at Drake. Has scored over 1,200 points in his career. Adjusting his waistband. Shirt tail. Now ready for the second free throw attempt. It's good. And so the Hawkeyes cut the Wildcats lead to 3 points, 25-22. 4:12 to go. First half. Cherubino, pressure by Banks. Gives it off to Reed. A little pressure from Manuel. Up top, West bouncing back door. Cherubino for a dunk. Left baseline drive by Cherubino. Off the feed from West, Cats are up 5, 27-22.
Jake West with terrific effort here in the first half.
Here's Combs. Skip past Manuel and now off to Sturts. Sturts driving right of the lane, turns the corner, layup good.
Way too easy. Jaden Reed getting beat by a half a step and just pretty much looked like he gave up on the play.
3.5.
Big, strong body just moves right by him.
3.5 left, first half. 3-point game. Cats in front. Here's West driving right. West loses the ball out of bounds. Turnover number 8 for the Wildcats. That will get us to a timeout. Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and progressive.com. Northwestern fans, this weekend, February 6th through the 8th, visit any Chicagoland Steinhoffel store, spend $1,999 or more, and get $100 in Cats cash to get the latest Northwestern gear and apparel. Steinhoffel is a proud partner of Northwestern Athletics. Northwestern leads Iowa 27-24, 3:18 for the half. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Spend your middays with me, John Williams, 10 to 2. Now let's get you back to the game.
Keep up to date on the Wildcats by downloading the Northwestern app. Receive game day updates, news for all your favorite Northwestern teams. Access your mobile ticketing account and order in venue from the comfort of your seat. Search for the Northwestern Wildcats on the App Store and Google Play Store today. With edit, Billy McKinney from Carver Hawkeye Arena, Iowa City. Northwestern leads Iowa 27-24. The Hawkeyes taking advantage of a Northwestern turnover to regain possession. The rebounding numbers, Billy, have really evened up here, 13-12 in favor of the Hawkeyes. The Cats are shooting 47% here. The problem has been these live ball turnovers.
Yeah, 8 turnovers for the Cats. And it's not as if Iowa has been able to capitalize on those turnovers, but it's taking away scoring opportunities from the Cats. And they've got to take advantage of these, especially when they're on the road. But a really good basketball game here this afternoon, Dave. A hard-fought game between two teams that just get after it defensively.
Hawkeyes lead the Big Ten in steals per game at almost 8. They've already collected 5. That was not a steal. That was a turnover out of bounds by the Cats. And they apply a little backcourt pressure here as Iowa goes to work. And Sturtz will bring it up against West. Sends it ahead to Tavion Banks. Charavino on him. Now Koch to Sturtz. Gets it back from Combs. Shot clock at 15. Combs leaping catch out in front. Skip pass to Banks. Gives it off softly to Sturtz here on the right wing. Sturtz against West. Drives in, puts up a jumper, banks it in, fading away, and one.
Crossover dribble by Sturtz. They always like to get him the ball and dribble handoff situation. And when he's on the move, he just gets you off balance at time, getting the contact and getting the bucket.
Sturtz can tie it with the and one. He does. And we are tied at 27, 2:50 to go, first half. Jake West brings it up. See if the Cats can get something going again offensively here. Here's West, fires it low left. Martinelli back to Jake. West looks for Charavino at the logo. Shot clock at 12. Into Martinelli, turns, fires a 3. Good. Well, he's got 2 field goals to both threes, and the Wildcats are back in front, 30-27.
Yeah, Martinelli just in a battle in the paint.
And now here's a skip pass. Combs cut off on the baseline, throws it up for grabs. It's pinballed around, picked back up by Sturtz, lays it in and a foul. And Martinelli just picked up his 3rd.
And again, those 50-50 balls that you do not get on the road or at any game can really hurt you, and that hurts the Cats, as it looks like they had come up with a steal, and now Sturtz marches back to the charity stripe.
Once again, the and one can tie the game. Nick Martinelli has to go to the bench here after hitting that 3 to put the Cats back in front. 3 fouls. The and one, good for Sturtz, and we are tied again.
Yeah,
and Sturtz into double figures with 10.
Yeah, Martinelli with 6 points, 2 of 8 shooting.
3 fouls, the bigger number, really. Here's Reed. Looks left, Charavino. Angelo Charavino bouncing to a curling Singleton. Back out to Charavino. Fakes the 3. Jump pass, Singleton. Shot clock at 10. Back to Reed. Shot clock down to 8. Jaden Reed, step back 3. No good. Rebound taken on the run by Sturtz. Drives in on Reed. Stripped of the ball and fouled as he tumbles into the photographers along the baseline. And a technical foul called on Reed.
Jaden Reed makes a really good defensive play and then has some words for Sturtz. Leave it alone.
Chris Collins just don't do that. At Jaden Reed. Now Iowa will have a chance to retake the lead here with Sturts at the free throw line.
And there are times when your play and the play that you made speaks for itself. No words are needed.
First one's good for Sturts. Second one is good. Iowa's back in front. Be a really critical point in this game. And now Iowa will keep the ball.
Well, absolutely, Dave. And that's why the Cats staying in this ball game, and a small mistake like that could blossom into something bigger.
Here starts against West. There's a bounce pass to Banks, and now Combs driving in the paint, leans in, fires a jumper, good. And Iowa's up by 4, 34-30.
4-point swing as a result of a mental lapse.
7-0 run for the Hawkeyes. Here's Reed, a minute 18 to go till halftime. Bouncing for West. And the ball knocked away, gets it back. Gives to Crop, swings it left. There's Reed. Shot clock at 12. Fires to a cutting Cherubino. Put up the layup, missed it. Rebound, tipped around, controlled by Koch. Here's Sturts down the right side. Off to Combs. We're in the final minute of the half now. Manuel inside layup, good and one.
One per play. And now you have a potential 7-point swing.
Banks underneath, lays it in. And the foul called on West, that's his second.
And Cherubino misses a contested layup on the other end, which sends the Hawkeyes off to the races.
Jordan Clayton makes his first appearance of the game as West goes out. And Banks at the free throw line. For the and one, it's good. And the Hawkeyes on a 10-0 run here. Have gone up by 7, 37-30.
And that's what hurts the Cats throughout the year. These big runs by other teams and inability to score.
43 seconds for the half. Here's Reed, an open three. He got it. Jaden Reed, three-pointer. That ends that run. 37-33 Iowa, 31 seconds to go. 5-second differential, shot clock to game clock.
And Reed still yapping at someone in the crowd. And Chris Collins is telling him to put an eye on his lip and watch his mouth.
Standing dribble, Sturts just inside midcourt, played by Clayton. Mannion started towards him. Now coming out. A foul on Cherubino, fouling Banks.
I did not see that.
And that's going to be the third on Cherubino. Boy, this foul situation really becoming two on Cherubino. Oh, I think that's three. Isn't that,
I believe
that's his third. Yeah, that's his third. So Banks at the free throw line. 2 shots. 11.8 on the clock. First one up. Good for Banks. Martinelli in, Cherubino a crop out. West back. Another one here for Banks to try to give Iowa a 6-point lead. And this one is good. 39-33 Hawkeyes, 11.8 remaining. Cats will take a timeout.
Yeah, that technical by Reed really hurt the Cats at a crucial time. And I was going to say this is kind of a pivotal part of the half day. The Cats score tied at 30-30. All you got to do is finish the half strong. They get a technical foul, and Iowa goes on a 10-0 run. Reed finally breaks that with a 3-point shot. But the damage is done, and the Cats trying to rally back now with 11.8 seconds remaining in the half.
From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Hawkeyes have hit 5 straight shots. And Sturts, who got off to a quiet start, now has 14 points. Martinelli will inbound. 11.8 into West. West across midcourt and fouled with 8.2. That's only the fifth foul on a Hawkeye. So they give the foul there with 8.2 remaining. That's number 6, excuse me, 6th team foul. It's called a man yell.
And just he was taking that foul. He wasn't going to allow the penetration into the paint. Just an obvious push out front to stop the clock.
8.2 showing on the clock. We'll talk to assistant coach Brian James here at halftime. The Wildcats, regardless of whether they're able to get some more points on the board here, and as frustrated as they might be about the last couple of minutes here, still a heck of a lot better than the shape they were in this time on Wednesday night.
No doubt about it, Dave. And they're playing a very competitive game here. Again, just that one lapse 10-0 run. Iowa comes back. Because otherwise, Cats are playing a really solid ball game, taking care of the ball, even though they've had 8 turnovers.
So Clayton inbounds. Martinelli drives into the paint, gets to the basket, put it up, scores with 4 seconds to go. And Iowa puts it up 3/4 court. Combs hits the top of the backboard, and that's it for the half. And the Wildcats at halftime trail by 4, 39-35 to the Iowa Hawkeyes. Nick Martinelli scoring the final points to the first half. He finishes the half with 8. We're joined by assistant coach Brian James. A lot better situation than you were in on Wednesday night, but that 10-0 run, that 10-0 run though, coach, and
well, the foul trouble, getting them in the bonus at about the 9.5-minute mark at least, and some mental mistakes. Gave them the opportunity early. They got 5 layups. Their first 5 baskets were layups. And, we're playing 2 different defensive coverages. So our guys got to be really locked in on who they're guarding and what we're doing on any time 2 Iowa players come together. Jake West has played exceptionally well for the most part. He's hit 2 big threes. He's driving, making the correct pass at the needed time. And Nick has struggled. And you know what? Our team is 4 points down with Nick playing the way he's played. He's missed more shots from the 2-point area than he normally does. He didn't know the time clock on the short clock, in-line, out-of-bounds play. He slipped on a layup attempt. But, he's played bad halves before, and he's played tremendous in the second. He's in foul trouble with 3. We've got other guys with 2. So we got to be able to play without fouling.
Well, that last play that you made for Nick, clearing a little space out on number 4, we might see that a little bit more in the second half.
Well, I sure hope so. We told him to get, we want to get him at the top of the floor against a mismatch and then have him drive and make the best play for him or somebody else. So, that was good at the end of the half.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
That's Wildcat assistant Brian James here at halftime of the Wildcats down to the Hawkeyes by 4 points, 39-35. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the halftime show brought to you by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. This Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Allegra is a full-service marketing company providing customized marketing, printing, mailing, and signage solutions to meet your business goals. Allegra offers a wide variety of creative solutions that are tailored to each business's unique challenges, from printing services and custom signs to mailing services and promotional marketing. Call Allegra in Evanston at 847-864-9797 or visit AllegraEvanston.com to learn more. Every game starts with teamwork, and at Goodwill, we believe in the same thing. When you shop secondhand, you're helping create jobs, strengthen communities, and give every item a second chance to shine. From game day looks to sustainable style, your next win starts at Goodwill. Visit GoodwillGreaterMC.org to find your nearest store. Goodwill, style with purpose, built for Wildcats.
It's Wildcat basketball halftime. Northwestern basketball is presented by Wintrust, Chicago's bank and official bank of Northwestern Athletics. Northwestern Medicine, proudly leading the way towards better health care. Athletico, physical therapy partner of Northwestern Athletics. SeatGeek, official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Northwestern Athletics. And Odyssey Brands Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese, preferred Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese of Northwestern Athletics. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
And before we continue, 10 seconds for station identification. It's Northwestern Wildcat basketball.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500 on air and on smart devices worldwide.
The Northwestern basketball halftime show is presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. Dave Ennett with Billy McKinney here at Carver Hawkeye Arena at the half. Iowa leads Northwestern 39-35. The Wildcats led by as many as 6 in the first half. Hawkeyes led by as many as 7. Right now it's a 4-point Iowa lead. And the biggest concern really has to be the foul situation. The Wildcats whistled for 15 fouls in the first half. They have 3 players with 3 each. Page, Cherovino, and Martinelli. 2 with 2 each, Singleton and West. So that is an area of concern. You heard Coach James say, Billy, we got to play without fouling.
Absolutely, and it's a very physical game. Iowa, if you look at the way they play defensively, they're always reaching and grabbing. And what you have to do as an offensive player, I used to love that, Dave. As soon as a guy is reaching, that's your space, and you can create fouls. Nick Martinelli will find a way to get through that in the second half. The other players have to follow suit, but they also points in the paint, 20-12 there. That kind of got back out of balance again, not too badly, as the Cats gave up points in the paint. Brian James talked about the defensive breakdowns, but the Cats shooting 50% on the road here. That's keeping them in the ball game and playing overall, other than that small lapse, a really solid ball game.
And they've outscored the Hawkeyes, one of the best three-point shooting teams around, 15-0 from beyond where they are here in the first half. Northwestern fans this weekend, through today, visit any Chicagoland Steinhoffel store, spend $1,999 or more, and get $100 in Cats cash to get the latest Northwestern gear and apparel. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of Northwestern Athletics. Mark Carmen has more of our Village Bedford Park halftime show in a moment. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Ozinga is a fourth-generation family-owned American business that provides quality bulk materials and diverse concrete solutions delivered where you need it, when you need it. With the help of our extensive network of transportation services, including truck, rail, barge, and ship terminals across the Midwest, Ozinga makes a positive impact on individuals, their families, and the community for generations by providing concrete, aggregates, and cement that help build a better future. For more information, visit ozinga.com. Hey, Wildcat fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Northwestern basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Northwestern Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats! SeatGeek.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations, grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion, from romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles, offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store kohls.com for details.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Northwestern University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
We are at the half. Iowa leading Northwestern 39-35. Mark Carmen with you in our downtown WGN studios. Out-of-town scores are proudly sponsored by Explore Minnesota. Score a lifetime of memories by planning your dream trip at exploreminnesota.com. Busy day actually on Super Bowl Sunday in the Big Ten, as there are 3 other games, and there's one going on right now. Let's see if that goes final in the next couple of seconds here. But first, USC beating Penn State 77-75. Elijah Arenas with 11 of his 24 in the final 4 minutes, including the game winner with 0.7 left, as Penn State stuck on 1 win in the Big Ten. USC gets it done on the road. Michigan is at Welsh Ryan Arena Wednesday night, 7:30 tip. And the Wolverines coming in off a win as they bombed Ohio State, doing it on the road, 82-61. As for that Minnesota and Maryland game, 31 seconds to go. The Golden Gophers leading by 2, 62-60. Maryland's been hanging around all day long to have a chance to tie it up here, or perhaps take the lead with a 3. All right, Cats down by 4. We'll do one question with Billy McKinney. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield, 720 WGN.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries. We see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals. Because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at Athletico.com. Physical therapy partner of the Northwestern Wildcats.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
Middays sound better with me, John Williams, 10-2. Back to Wildcat basketball.
All right, Cats down by 4, 39-35. Let's bring in one question with Billy McKinney. Billy, I find it interesting that Chris Collins is going with 2 point guards in the backcourt now and not a ton of size. But I guess that extra ball handler, perhaps it helps facilitate the offense. How are you seeing that decision?
Well, not only that, you've got 2 guys that not only can facilitate, they can knock down shots and they can get into the paint and score themselves. So they're finding different ways to get different offense and make the other team react to their offensive sets instead of them always reacting to the other teams.
All right, I lied. One more question, quick one. How do you defend without fouling and do a good job doing that, Billy?
You have to play good position defense. And when the Cats foul, I'm looking at it, it's a matter of playing your players straight up and not giving them the angles to get into the paint. When they've done that here in the first half, they've created a number of fouls.
All right, Billy, have a great second half.
All right, thanks, Mark. Good to chat with you as always.
As always, Dave and Billy coming back. 39-35, Iowa on top by 4. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us.
Abbott in the Big Ten.
18 schools, one blood drive competition with a life-saving purpose. We give blood. This season, your one donation helped save up to 3 lives. And together, we saved over 200,000. But the need for blood never stops. So keep your sleeves rolled up. Keep giving blood. Keep saving lives. Visit big10.org/Abbott to donate.
Always remember this. Linebacker, weeknights 7 to 10. Now back to Wildcats basketball.
Both teams are back on the floor here at Carver Hawkeye Arena, getting set for the second half with Iowa leading Northwestern 39-35. Here's how the scoring went in the first half. For the Wildcats, leading scorers Nick Martinelli and Jake West, each with 8. 5 points for Jaden Reed, 4 each for Tyler Kropp, Trey Singleton, and Angelo Cheravino, and 2 points for Arrington Page. The Wildcats shot 50% in the first half, 12 of 24, 71% from beyond the arc. 5 of 7. They were perfect on 6 free throw attempts. They were out-rebounded 15-12. The Wildcats 7 assists, 8 turnovers, 1 block and 1 steal. For Iowa, leading scorer Bennett Sturtz, 14 points, 9 for Tavion Banks. And after that, a parade of guys with 4. Emmanuel, Combs, Bulgaris, each with 4 points and 2 points for Cooper Koch. The Hawkeyes shot 44%, 11 of 25, 0 for 5 from 3, 77%, 17 of 22 from the free throw line. The Hawkeyes with 4 assists, 4 turnovers, and 5 steals. Those are your energizing highlights of the first half, powered by Constellation. To learn more, visit constellation.com/energy. Constellation, the preferred energy provider, Northwestern University Athletics. How would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? Go to syncmygame.com. That's syncmygame.com to find out how. Today's official game sponsor is United Airlines, proud to fly the Northwestern Wildcats. This has been the Northwestern Basketball Halftime Show, presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. All right, Billy McKinney, I mentioned Cats have outscored the Hawkeyes from beyond the three-point arc, 15-0, but they've been outscored by 11 at the free throw line.
Wow, 17 of 22 free throws, and that's indicative of the fouls that were called against the Cats in the first half. You got to find a way to overcome that. The good thing is you look at the balanced scoring the Cats had in the first half, and Nick Martinelli with just 8 points, who struggled to get his shots off, 3 of 9. Look for Martinelli to have a better shooting second half. Cats right here in the ball game. Just can't let it get away here in the first 5 minutes.
Iowa gets the ball first here in the second half. Moving right to left as we see it. There's the handoff from Manyata Sturtz. Cross-court feed Banks. Fires it inside. There's Combs. Little jumper in the lane. Good.
And Jaden Reed there guarding Combs. Shades him to his left, and he's a left-hander. Got to keep him out of the paint.
41-35. Here's Reed to Martinelli beyond the three-point line. Koch poking at the ball, gives it up. Free throw line extended left to Singleton. Now back out in front. Here's West driving left. Behind the back bounce for Kropp, but he did not. It's out of bounds to the Wildcats. And now they correct the call, and they will give it to the Hawkeyes.
That's a tough pass. A little pocket bounce pass in traffic in the paint. 5 to 6 players in the paint.
Turnover number 9 for the Wildcats. 8 more than they had the whole game on Wednesday. Here's Sturt, skip pass near side. Koch has the ball poked away by Singleton, gets it back. High left for Combs. Combs lobs one to Banks, gets it back. Combs picked up by Reed on the switch. Goes inside. Manuel outside to Sturtz. 3 to shoot. Step back 3. Got it. First three-pointer for the Hawkeyes. And they've got their largest lead, 9 points, 44-35. Sturtz with 17.
And that's what he does well, the step-back jumper.
The other on West to Martinelli at the foul line. And he's fouled by Manuel as he put the ball on the deck.
Now, hard foul there, but what I like about it, Martinelli did not let Manuel get into a space. Rip right through him. Create the foul, create the contact, make the officials make a call.
It's like Billy McKinney, vintage 1975.
That's your space, man. Rip those hands off if they reach in there.
Here's West to Singleton, left side of the lane. 12-footer up, good for Trey Singleton. His second field goal of the game. 44-37 Iowa, 18-19 to go. Here's Sturts, almost walked. Feeds it in Manuel, down the lane, cut off by Crop. Back out to Banks, now it's Sturts again. Feeding a bounce inside, stolen by West. Cats have numbers. Here's West bouncing. Singleton missed the layup, gets knocked down hard, and he's hurt. Clutching his hand.
Yeah, he hurt that hand during the Illinois game.
Yeah.
In that time, trying to avoid the block shot, takes it to the other side.
But he will go to the free throw line here. The foul called on Koch, his second.
Koch shaking his head, no.
Trey's right hand heavily wrapped. Free throw good. 7 for Trey. Another one coming here. So heads up play by Jake West. The steal. Free throw no good. Crop the rebound for the Cats. West to Reed beyond the three-point line. Ooh, thought about it. Now he drives into the paint. Jump stop. His shot up, no good. He's fouled.
Oh, Jaden Reed, I had to say, ooh. He had Manuel on the skates, had him doing the splits.
The foul on Manuel is his third. That's the third foul on the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, that would be a good replay to watch how Jaden Reed outmaneuvers the big fella.
Free throw good for Jaden Reed, the Wildcats' top free throw shooter, 16th in the Big Ten at 82%. And the Wildcats now, after falling behind by 9, have cut it back down to 5, make it 4, 44-40. So we're all even since halftime, 17:53 to go as Reed makes them both. Here's Combs, pressured by Reed as he crosses to the front court, and he loses the ball into the back court. Reed forces a turnover.
Well, Combs dribbling with his right hand, extreme pressure by Reed, makes him turn his back and cough it up.
Hawkeyes with their 6th turnover. Cats will get it in the front court. Reed to trigger. It's to West. The Iowa logo. Played by Combs. Drives left. Handoff on the weave to Singleton. And now Crop hands it back. Reed down the lane. Kicks it out. Singleton. Right corner 3. No good. Reed on Koch. Ahead to Sturts. Martinelli. Cats hustle back defensively. In transition. They get back. Here's Sturts to Banks. Gives to Combs on the red wing. And a high lob inside. Fulgaris to Banks for a layup.
Yeah, you can tell Iowa's practiced that play, recognizing the mismatch with West on the bigger Banks inside, just over the top of the score.
46-40 Iowa. 17:05 to go. Here's Crop. Bobbles it, but keeps it alive. Looks around. Bounces to Martinelli. Into the paint. Goes up with a jumper. In and out. And the rebound taken on the run by Sturts. Accelerates down the floor. Missed the layup. The rebound out of bounds to the Hawkeyes.
Good challenge by Trey Singleton and hustling back.
And without fouling, Billy, which was also critical at this point.
Yeah, Cats just couldn't come up with the defensive rebound.
Nick now 3 for 10 shooting. Howard in for the Hawkeyes. High lob, Fulgaris the catch. Singleton comes up double from Reed, and Singleton rips the ball away, and a foul called.
Yeah, foul called on Singleton. And the Cats with the double team and jostled the ball loose.
Third on Singleton. He comes out. Sharavino in, Page in, Crop comes out. So Page comes in with 3 fouls. Sharavino comes in with 3 fouls. And Iowa goes to work here, leading by 6, 46-40, 16:40 to go. Here's Sturts bouncing for Fulgaris. Skip pass, Potch for an open 3. Rims out. Rebound deflected by Page, out of bounds. It'll be Northwestern ball. Last touch by the Hawkeyes.
Cats dodged a bullet there with the open three.
Koch didn't have anybody near him. 40% three-point shooter. As West brings it down for the Cats. Looks left. There's Sheravino foul line extended. Angelo bouncing for Reed between the rings. Looks right. Martinelli will measure a three. No good. He got knocked down. Air ball. Rebounded by the Hawkeyes. Banks. Sturts into the front court. Picked up by Martinelli. Now Fulgaris lobbing inside. A foul called on West, I believe.
Yeah, West again switching off on Banks.
That's 3 on West. Second team foul on the Cats. Howard inbounds to Sturts. West puts a body on him. He skips it across to Howard. Thought about the three. Took a walk. No call. Sturts gets it back from Fulgaris. Sturts driving, kicking right corner. Banks a 3-2 strong. Rebound Howard. Wants to go back up with it. Surrounded by purple jerseys. The ball knocked away out of bounds by Reed. Last touched by the Wildcats. That will get us to a timeout. Chicagoland, for premium apparel and promotional products, look no further than IAS Branding, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics. The industry standard in corporate athletic and event merchandise, IAS Branding is your one-stop solution to bring your brand to life. Visit IASbranding.com to learn more. Iowa leads Northwestern 46-40, 15-42 to go, second half. This Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer. Give your loved ones, friends, and colleagues a gift they'll be sure to make use of. Mouth-watering steaks from the Lynn's Shop. You can choose from an array of aged USDA prime steaks, roast seafood, and more. If you know someone who loves a good steak, why not treat them to some quality beef from Lynn's that will fill their stomach and their heart? Give the gift of premium beef at thelynnshop.com and use code GOCATS for 20% off. Brought to you by Meats by Lynn's, the preferred partner of legendary steakhouses worldwide since 1963. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer.
The only morning show with helicopter traffic reports. Bob Surratt, 6 to 10 on your home for Big Ten basketball.
Wildcat fans, Game Day Spirit has you covered in store, online, for the best Northwestern Game Day essentials. Shop top brands like Under Armour, Champion, and Tommy Bahama, all at the official fan store of the Northwestern Wildcats. Shop in store at 1807 Central in Evanston or online 24/7 at shop.nusports.com. Game Day Spirit, where Wildcat fans shop. 46-40, Iowa leading here, 15:42 to go. The Cats have hit just 1 of 4 shots here in the second half, but they have made 3 free throws. Hawkeyes 3 of 6 shooting, including a 3-pointer here. Bennett Sturts now with 17 for Iowa. He also owns their only 3-pointer in 8 attempts. The Wildcats don't have anybody in double figures. They didn't have anyone in double figures the entire game against Illinois, but they've got several within reach right here, with Nick Martinelli and Jake West leading the way with 8 points each.
Yeah, it'd be good on this possession by the Hawkeyes for the Cats to come up with a stop here.
Inbounds pass goes to Sturts, gets it on the low block to Howard, jump stop underneath, turns, missed a layup, rebound, Page had it, ripped away by Fulgaris, back to Sturts, around to Koch.
50-50 ball is killing the Cats here in the second half.
Yeah, a couple of them just on this trip down the floor. Here's Sturts, jump pass inside Banks at the elbow, kicks it out. Koch, another open 3, and that one he makes.
And you pay for the offensive rebound, the putback. Koch again, wide open, knocks that one down.
Hawkeyes with a 9-point lead, 49-40. Here's Reed, 3-point land right side. Drives inside the arc, back outside to Martinelli against Banks. Return feed for Reed. Reed Little hesitation dribble, gets to the elbow, goes up for the shot. Left it a little short. Rebound fought for and controlled by Banks. Here's Spurts the other way. Here's another Iowa run in the works here. Cats have missed 4 straight shots. Here's Folgaris, gets fouled out high by Page.
Yeah, bad foul there by Page. 4th foul. Just not using his head on that particular play.
Page out. That's the 3rd team foul on the Cats. Singleton back in. Howard inbounds to Sturts, left point. Played by Clayton in there for the Wildcats. Sturts driving right side of the lane, turns the corner, and lays it in.
Again, Singleton cannot cover guards out on the floor.
Timeout, Northwestern. Chris College wants to talk things over. And the Cats take time with 14:18 to go. Visit Minnesota to see why frozen water is magical and experience the thrill of feeling hot in single-digit temps. Thrill the whole family with outdoor fun, a trip to an indoor water park in the iconic Mall of America. Learn more at exploreminnesota.com. And Wildcats fans, score a basket for your taste buds on game days with Odyssey Brands Greek yogurt and feta cheese, made by 4 generations of master cheesemakers and available at your local grocer. It's Iowa leading Northwestern 51-40, 14-18 left. It's Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
At Guzman y Gomez, we are fast food athletes say yes to. As a proud sponsor of Northwestern Athletics, GYG is serving up real clean burritos, bowls, nachos, and more. Made fresh daily right here in Evanston and across Chicagoland. Stop by our restaurants in Naperville, Schaumburg, Crystal Lake, Buffalo Grove, Deerfield, Des Plaines, and of course, Evanston. GYG is here to fuel the community, whether it's dining in our restaurant, ordering through our GoMax app, or even catering with delicious food that's fast, fresh, and full of good vibes. Guzman y Gomez, fast food athletes say yes to.
Hey, Mom. It's me. Oh, my gosh. You'll never believe what I just opened for Valentine's Day. A sapphire ring from Hellsberg. Just like the one I lost years ago. Remember how excited I was when you gave it to me? I cannot believe you remembered that story. I guess you were right. I really found the one.
This Valentine's Day, create a moment that means something with up to 40% off gifts at Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Chicago wakes up with me, Bob Surratt, and the morning crew, 6 to 10 on your home for Wildcat basketball.
We'll be back with you Wednesday night from Welsh Ryan Arena. The Wildcats hosting the Michigan Wolverines, then go right back on the road next Saturday. A noon start at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Cats will play 3 of the next 4 at home before wrapping up the regular season at Minnesota March 7th.
Dave, you look at the schedule coming up. You leave here in Iowa, and it's like jumping out of the frying pan, essentially into the fire, with Michigan coming in and Nebraska. That's why the Cats have to continue to compete here in this second half. This game's starting to get away from them as the crowd is starting to get in here at Iowa City at Carter Hawkeye Arena.
Hawkeyes on a 7-0 run. Because they had a 10-0 run in the first half. Cats aren't shooting the ball poorly, but here in the second half, they have had only 5 shots compared to Iowa's 9. Clayton will inbound. Singleton, Cherubino, Martinelli out there for the Wildcats along with Reed. Jordan Clayton to inbound the ball. Into Reed at the logo. Play by Howard. Looks left to Clayton. Jordan Clayton bouncing to Martinelli, mid-post left. Martinelli spins to his right, muscles one up, no good. And the rebound controlled by Koch.
Koch with the tough defense, but a good move by Martinelli, nonetheless aggressive. Didn't get the benefit of the call.
Here's Sturts, moves to the left. Right by Clayton. West getting set to check back. Here's Sturts. The Folgaris high lob. And an offensive foul is called. Hold on. Thanks. They were trying to that high-low again.
Yeah, with Clayton defending him down low, he's got several inches of height advantage. That play has worked successfully for the Hawkeyes most of the afternoon.
So Banks with his second foul. Cats bring it the other way. West, played by Howard. Looks right, Martinelli there. Hodge closes out on him. Martinelli feeds it in a Singleton against Banks. Faces up, drives in, lost the ball. And Iowa comes away with it. Turnover number 10 for the Wildcats.
Trey Singleton takes it down the baseline, but he's behind the backboard. Nowhere to go.
13 minutes to go. Sturts driving, cut off by Singleton. Out to Howard. Now Fulgaris with Clayton on him. Poking at the ball, Clayton. Shot clock down to 6. No look feed to Sturts. Jab step, long three, good. 14-point Iowa lead, 54-40, another 10-0 run.
Mick Jagger saying whip's coming down.
22 for Sturts. Now West of three, good. His third of the game, matching his career high. And that ends that 10-0 run. Back to an 11-point spread, 54-43. At the other end, Sturts kicking left corner. Howard, 3, too strong. Cheravino the rebound. Cheravino down the middle. Cheravino all the way to the basket, stripped to the ball, foul called. He'll shoot two.
Cheravino with the hustle play, though. Had Jake West on the left side of the floor. Get it to the point guard. He'll get it back to you as you run the floor. At least Cheravino being aggressive, as the Cats have not scored a basket in transition this afternoon.
Third foul on Howard. Cheravino at the line. Free throw up. Good. Meantime, Jake West has matched his season and career high, 11 points. He set it at USC. He made 3 threes in that game. He's made 3 here. He's perfect shooting. 4 for 4. 3 for 3 from the three-point line. Cheravino makes them both. And the Wildcats cut it back down to single digits. 9 points, 54-45 Iowa. 12:15 to go. Plenty of time left here. Here Sturts off a bank screen picked up by Singleton. Bouncing for Maniel. Hands it off to Howard. Turns the corner in the paint. Turns again. A shot blocked by Martinelli. Ball loose on the floor. Clayton's got it. Tries to wrap it up. He does. It's a tie-up, and it will belong to the Wildcats after this timeout. Good hustle there by the Cats, and maybe they got a little run in them here. Barbasol Shaving Cream delivers a quality shave at an honest value for over 100 years. Barbasol, America's #1 shaving cream. Close Shave America. Close Shave Barbasol. Iowa leads Northwestern 54-45, 11:56 left. It's Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Experience the best of downtown Evanston when you stay at the Hilton Orrington. The newly renovated hotel features all new guest rooms and suites. This season, score sensational offers close to Northwestern events with seasonal packages and accommodations suited for families, graduates, and sports fans, including unique corner quad accommodations featuring 4 connecting guest rooms and a private corridor. When you want to be in the center of game day action, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay. Visit hilton.com/Orrington Evanston to learn more.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
Stay local. Get Chicago's news first with Lisa Dent. Weekdays at 2 on WGN.
As Billy pointed out during the timeout, the Wildcats scored 44 points Wednesday night in Champaign. They have scored 45 here, and we still have 11:56 to go. Cats are down, though, by 9 points, 54-45, after trailing by as many as 14 just about, less than 2 minutes ago. Just over a minute ago. So the Wildcats have narrowed it up a little bit, and they'll have the ball here. And talked about some of those 50-50 balls. Cats just came up with one.
Yeah, really good hustle on that possession, but we haven't seen enough of that this afternoon. And it's one of the reasons Iowa's been more aggressive in that category. And as a result, you've seen it, the benefit they've received from it at the charity stripe and, of course, right here in the score.
Wildcats finally have a player in double figures for the first time in 2 games. Is Jake West with 11. And I mentioned that Jake in that game against USC had 11 points and made 3 3-point field goals. And he's, so far he hasn't missed a shot. So what do you say when a guy hasn't missed a shot, Billy?
Keep shooting a little bit more. Exactly. Take your opportunities. And that's where he's got to mix his game up. People are looking for him to facilitate all the time. And once he takes a couple of shots, it's going to loosen up the defense. They're not going to know whether to drop back or to defend him. And that will make him more dangerous.
West brings it up. Cats look to cut into a 9-point lead now. Here's Clayton. Cats on the weave. Bounce for Singleton, left to the circle. Singleton feeds it into Martinelli. Against Howard. Spins to his left. Floater in and out. And the rebound by the Hawkeyes.
Martinelli with buzzard's luck.
I mean, what percentage of those does he make? Extraordinarily high amount. Here's Sturts. By Clayton. Out it goes Howard. Left baseline. Little bump there from Singleton. 12 to shoot as Sturts gets it back against Clayton. Lobbing to Manyow. Driving. His shot short. And the rebound loose on the floor and scooped up by Cheravino. Cats have numbers. Cheravino now will pull it back out. The Cats will reset. Gives it off to West. Jake West left to the lane. Up top to Martinelli. Martinelli against Howard. Martinelli down the right side of the lane. And he's fouled by Banks. Check that. Foul on Howard. That's his 4th.
Martinelli, we were blocked out a little bit on that play, but Martinelli being very aggressive and playing into the contact. Make the officials make a call.
So Howard with his 4th foul.
You got 5 of them. Use them.
Martinelli at the line. Free throw. No good. 82% in Big Ten play coming in. His first free throw attempt today. Another one coming here. And that one's good. Nick's got 9 points. 54-46 Iowa. 10:50 to go. Sage in for the Hawkeyes. The freshman takes it right. Played by Clayton. Returns it to Sturts. Back to Sage on the right as they work it around the perimeter here. Here's Sturts at the top. Bouncing for Folgaris. Wants to go into Banks. Lobs it into him. He goes up. Missed the shot. And then the rebound put back up and in.
The Cats with the smaller lineup having a difficult time rebounding. The ball just jostled it loose that time after forcing the tough shot.
And Sage credited with the putback. 56-46, 10-point lead for the Hawkeyes. There's Singleton out in front. Looks left, passes right to West. West driving into traffic, lobbing it out to Cheravino. Back to Martinelli at the top. Back to West. Right baseline drive. Drops it to Singleton in the lane. Banks it in and one.
Jake West with the hard drive down the right baseline in front of the Cats bench. Draws 3 defenders over from the Hawkeyes and finds Singleton in the paint for the off-balance shot.
Singleton shooting 1. So the N1 here for Singleton after the foul on Banks. His 3rd free throw up and good for Trey Singleton, who's into double figures for the 4th time in 5 games. Cats within 7. And there's a foul called on Clayton.
Well, one of the things is over the top pass. Whoever is defending the basketball has to apply more pressure on the passer.
Inbounds pass goes to Fulgaris. Clayton on him now. First foul on Jordan. Fires a pass into Banks. Out it goes to Sage. Driving in. His shot rattles off the rim. No good. Rebound Singleton. There's West down the floor. West accelerating to the basket, and he slams it down. Jake West with a dunk. The Cats within 5, 56-51, 9:28 to go. A new career high 13 points, and Singleton a foul out high number 4.
Boy, and Jake West just posterizes Fulgaris there. A two-hand flush in transition. That was a pretty play. Trey Singleton, on the other hand, has got to learn to play defense on the perimeter with his feet and not his body, his hands.
He comes out. Prop comes in. That's the 15th foul of the Cats, who are in the 1-1. As Iowa inbounds the ball to Sage. Gives it off to Sturts. Clayton on him. Picked up by Martinelli. Feeds it to Fulgaris. Right about Prop. Now Howard to the foul line. Finds the cunning Combs. And out to Fulgaris for 3. No good. Weak side rebound. Cheravino. Ahead to Clayton. Feeds it low on the left to Martinelli. Martinelli into the paint. Leans in. Jumper. Good. And the Wildcats are within 3. 56-53.
The Cats continue to battle here.
Nick Martinelli adding 2 more. Here's Combs to Fulgaris, mid-post left with his back to the basket against Kropp. Now fires right corner. A 3, no good by Koch. Rebound out of bounds. Which way? Stay with Iowa. But Nick Martinelli into double figures today with 11 points. And here is Sturts. West puts a body on him. He backs into lane. Puts up a jumper. No good. Combs flies in for the rebound. Back to Sturts. Around to Fulgaris. Fulgaris bobbles the ball. Picks it up. Fires to Howard. Around the horn to Sturts for 3. Good.
That's a backbreaker. Cats couldn't come up with a loose ball there. And Sturts with the dagger.
Timeout, 8:15. 8:17 make that remaining here as Iowa has a 59-53 lead. 8:17 to go. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield at 720 WGN.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
Your heat seems to be running a lot more than it should. Why? Well, you might be surprised to learn it's because the insulation in your windows has failed. And when that happens, your heat leaks out and the cold gets in. The pros at Window Nation will get you new windows and big savings during their Buy 4 Windows, Get 4 free sale. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. Act now and you'll get an extra 10% off for Valentine's Day. Don't wait. Put an end to your window problems. Schedule a quote now at windownation.com.
This is John Williams, weekdays 10 to 2. Now, back to Wildcat basketball.
Attention all Northwestern students and Wildcat fans. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare Airport for just $2. Google Pace Bus Pulse Dempster for more information. And Northwestern fans this weekend, visit any Chicagoland Steinhoffel store, spend $1,999 or more and get $100 in Cats cash to get the latest Northwestern gear and apparel. Steinhoffel is a proud partner of Northwestern Athletics. Cats had cut it to 3. Nick Martinelli's jumper before the 3 by Sturts. But Iowa back up by 6, 59-53. Let's get a quick check of other scores from Mark Harmon.
All right, Dave, Maryland comes back and they get Minnesota 67-62. Scored the final 7 points of that one. Michigan on top of Ohio State, 82-61. We'll see the Wolverines Wednesday night. And USC tip Penn State, 77-75.
All right, thank you, Mark. Here it is, 59-53. The Wildcats shooting 49% for the game, 60% from three. And Iowa shooting 40% here in the second half, 42% from the game, but just 4 for 14 from beyond the arc. Cats led in scoring here by Jake West with 13. 3 Cats in double figures. Meantime, Iowa's got 25 from Bennett Sturtz, whose biggest game as a Hawkeye came against Oregon, 32 in that game. A career high. Averaging almost 22 points a game in Big Ten play this year. And he's got 25 here, and it will be Northwestern ball with 8:17 remaining. West, Martinelli, Kropp out there for the Wildcats, Jordan Clayton, and Angelo Cherubino. Cherubino, 6 points, 5 rebounds off the bench. As West works the ball into the front court. Looks left, Cherubino, foul line extended. Cherubino brings it to the top to Clayton. Jordan Clayton, pump fake. Clayton starts his dribble. Back to Cherubino, shot clock at 12. Angelo, head fake, feeds Martinelli, shot clock at 8. Still way out beyond the three-point line. Nick driving in the paint, wants to go up, goes up, a little floater won't go. Rebound grab, Fulgaris.
Boy, Nick got away with the travel there as he shuffled his pivot foot, but comes up short on the floater.
7:40 to go. There's Sage, just inside the midcourt line, looks for Fulgaris left wing. Fulgaris against Clayton with his back to the basket. Hooks a pass inside to Sturtz, fade away, got it. Yeah, short fadeaway jumper for Sturtz, 27 for him. He has scored 5 straight. Iowa's up 61-53.
Fulgaris looking over the middle. You've got to make him look towards the baseline so he can't see the cutters as readily.
There's Martinelli working against Koch. Backs his way into the paint. Wants to go up, double clutch. Jumper good with a left hand by Martinelli, and it's 61-55. Nick starting to find his range again, despite that missed shot the previous time down the floor. Here's Sturtz trying to shake free of West. Now Sage, ball knocked into the backcourt by West. Sturtz retrieves it the other way, 10 to shoot. 6:38 for the game. Sturtz thought about the three, and he throws it away. Trying to get it to Combs, and Combs came out high, and the pass sailed out, bounced out beyond the baseline.
Solid on-ball defense by Jake West, but give Jordan Clayton a hand on that for overplaying the pass, the passing lane, and forcing the errant pass.
And here come the Cats down 6:25 to go. Jake West being pressured. His bounce pass is kicked right into our equipment by Iowa. Cats will keep it. Here comes Howard back in with 4 fouls, replacing Sage. Jaden Reed in for the Wildcats. He will inbound the ball. 6:22 remaining. Gets it to West. Played by Combs. Looks left wing for Cherubino. Cherubino holds and looks, starts his dribble, bounces to Martinelli, top of the key. Martinelli driving on Koch. Goes up with the left hand. That one in and out. Rebounded by the Hawkeyes.
I love the move by Martinelli that time. Just rips through going to his right. Didn't get the roll, but nice move nonetheless.
61-55 Hawkeyes, 5:55 left. Big trip here. Here's Sturtz. A little help from Kropp on the defense on Sturtz. Howard skipped past Combs around the Koch. Up top to Sturtz with 6 to shoot, and a foul called on Cherubino.
Wow. Foul on number 44, Angelo Cherubino, his 4th.
That's 4 on Jello.
Number 6.
That's the 6th team foul of the Wildcats. Here comes Singleton in, replacing Cherubino. And Trey comes in with 4 fouls. Cats had 15 fouls called on them in the first half for the first time this year. Here's Sturtz, 12 to shoot. Sturtz cross-court feed. Howard return feed Sturtz. Here's the over-the-shoulder catch. Fulgaris diving to the basket, lays it in.
Yeah. quick move by Iowa. Defensive breakdown by the Cats. And Fulgaris into the paint.
63-55. First field goal, Fulgaris. Singleton beyond the three-point line. Fakes the pass, doesn't shoot. Takes it right wing, picks up his dribble. Feeds Martinelli. 10 to shoot. Martinelli into the paint, gets fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line.
Aggressive move by Martinelli again. Taking the contact to Koch. And forcing
his
the foul.
third. Koch, one of only 2 returnees on this Iowa squad. Jacob Cook, whose name is spelled the same way as the other.
Do you say Cook or do you say Koch?
Free throw good. Well, Cooper says Koch, as did his dad, JR. Free throw good for Martinelli. He's got 14. Second free throw, good. And the Wildcats hanging around here. 6-point game, 5 minutes to go. 63-57. Sturts across the midcourt line. Cross-court feed Koch. Now up top, here's Combs driving on Reed. Almost lost the ball. Sends it back out to Koch, who returns it to Combs' left wing. Now Fulgaris bobbles, catches, driving on Kropp, and a foul.
Yeah, again, Tyler Kropp has Fulgaris angled out to the corner. A good vantage point defensively and just crowds him and picks up the foul.
That's 2 on Kropp, and Fulgaris will have a 1-and-1 here. Fulgaris 4 for 7 from the free throw line. Free throw up, no good. Rebound Singleton.
Justice. Cats need a bucket here.
4:38 to go, 63-57 Hawkeyes. Here's West, rejects the screen, into the paint, lobs it out to Singleton, fakes the three, feeds it into a posting Kropp. Back out to Singleton, a foul called on Fulgaris. Check that. Howard, that's 5 on Howard. So he's done. Howard exits 0 for 3 shooting, 3 rebounds, 5 fouls. Banks in. Tyler Kropp at the free throw line, a 1-and-1. Free throw up, good.
Tyler Kropp taking advantage of the needless foul there.
They can get the Cats within 4 right here with 4:28 to go. Tyler eyes the rim. Free throw, good. It's a 4-point game. He comes out, Cherubino in. 4:28 remaining, 63-59 Hawkeyes.
Kropp goes out with 3 rebounds and 6 points.
Holmes brings it up. 4-point game. Banks gets it in the high post against Singleton, scoops it to Sturts. Singleton takes him. Now Sturts driving, turns the corner, laid it up, missed it, a foul call.
You either have to trap him really hard on the pick and rolls, which the team worked on doing the walk around. But when he gets that mismatch on a bigger player on him, it's lights out.
Trey Singleton fouls out of the game. Singleton finishes with 10 points, 4 rebounds.
In the game for Northwestern, number 1, Tyler Kropp.
The Wildcats have Kropp, Martinelli, Cherubino, Reed, and West. 4:12 remaining. Sturts at the line.
Cats still very much in this ball game, Dave.
So Sturts from the free throw line today, 4 for 4. First one's good. 28 for Sturts. Another free throw attempt coming here for Bennett Sturts. And this one is good. 65-59 Hawkeyes, still a 2-possession game with 4:10 to go. Here's West. Now Cherubino to Kropp. Out on the left side. Feeds it to Martinelli. Back outside. Martinelli gets it back. Leans in. Tried to back it in. Missed it. A lot of traffic around him. Rebound Holmes. Here's Banks. Underhand scoop Sturts. 3:42 to go. Sturts step back. 3. Good. 32 for Sturts. Timeout Northwestern. 3:31 remaining. The Hawkeyes, after Northwestern had cut it to 4 points, Sturts scores 5 straight to put him back up by 9 with 3:31 to go. It's Iowa 68, Northwestern 59. 3:31 remaining. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey, Northwestern fans, enjoy a meal at Wildfire, a 1940-style supper club featuring steaks, chops, and seafood. Try one of Wildfire's signature dishes from our all-American menu: horseradish-crusted filet, Wildfire chopped salad, roasted prime rib, and cedar plank salmon. Dine in and take in the smells from the wood-burning oven, or watch our chefs in action at our open kitchen. Lunch, dinner, carry-out, and private parties. Stop by any one of our 5 Chicago-area Wildfire locations. For reservations, visit wildfirerestaurant.com.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Wake up with Bob Surratt in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10. On your home for Wildcat basketball.
Ozinga's purpose is to make a positive impact in the community, which is why they're the proud sponsor of the Together Building Better promotion. For every point Northwestern men's and women's basketball team scores this season, Ozinga will donate $1 to the NU Dance Marathon. Thank you, Ozinga, for your support in this great cause. Go Cats. The Hawkeyes have hit 4 straight shots. The Wildcats are down by 9 points with 3:31 to go, as Bennett Sturts has done what he does. He has scored 32 points here today, matching his season and career high. And we're not done yet. Sturts has hit 4 of 6 3-point field goals. It says he missed 2. I don't remember him missing those 2, Billy. Seems like he's made everything he's put up.
And Dave, what set up the 3-point shot for him is the drives he's made into the paint. Gets the defense rocking back, and then that step-back jumper, which the Cats worked on defending that. It's a very tough play when his mindset has been to drive the ball to the paint the entire afternoon, and then he pulls up and hits a dagger.
Here's Martinelli to West. Turns the corner. Jumper on the baseline. Good. He's hit another one. Jake West, 5 for 5 shooting. Make it 6 for 6. 15 points. 68-61. 3:13 to go. Here is Banks to Sturts. Don't let him get another one. Dumps it back to Tavion Banks, his former Drake teammate. Now Sturts driving on Reed. Gets inside, goes up for the shot. No good. A foul is called. Sturts with 32. The foul on West. 32 points today. That's the most scored by an opponent against the Wildcats since Ace Bailey scored 37 for Rutgers at Welsh Ride Arena over a year ago. Free throw good by Sturts. He's now got 33, a new career high.
Yeah, Ace Bailey put on a clinic at Welsh Ryan, and young Bennett Sturts is doing the same thing here.
Sturts makes them both. Well, fortunately for the Cats, that's the only game they had to play against Ace Bailey. Here The Hawkeyes up 70-61. Now a three, no good. A foul called as
Koch.
Iowa foul number 8,
three,
Koch is fourth.
and it will send
Foul number 10.
Nick Martinelli to the free throw line.
Martinelli. Shooting three.
3 shots here for Nick with no time ticking off the clock. First one good. 4th foul on Koch. For a moment, I couldn't see who shot that ball. I thought it was Nick, but West was right alongside him.
Well, Martinelli with 16 points this afternoon. Make that 17.
Yeah.
Has really had to work him, and you have to credit Koch for doing a tremendous defensive job of making Nick earn those points.
One more coming here to get the Cats within 6, and he does. It's a 2-possession game again with 2:45 remaining. 70-64 Iowa, 2:40 to go. Sturts across midcourt, played by Reed, gets a screen from Koch. Picked up by Sheravito on the switch. Now a little screen from Folgaris. Martinelli takes Sturts. Shot clock down to 10, 2:25 for the game. Here's Sturts driving, scoops it up, left it short. Rebound grabbed by the Cats. Martinelli, here comes Reed down the left side. 2:14 to go. Reed looking, bounces for Martinelli, scoops it back to Jaden. Reed into the paint. Outside, 3 for West. Good! Another one for West. His 4th of the game. The Cats within 3, 1:57 to go.
A big 3 by Jake West. Cats need to come up with a stop here.
1:47. They made a stop last time. Let's try to do it again here. Sturts guarded by Martinelli. Drives on Nick. Gets to the baseline. Goes up. And the layup good. Timeout Iowa. 1:38 to go. The Hawkeyes up 5. 72-67. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat basketball.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide.
How about the freshman Jake West, a career-high 18 points, 7 for 7 shooting, 4 for 4 on three-pointers, 3 assists, 1 turnover, and 1 steal. Let's see here. The Wildcats down by 5, 1:38 to go. Sturts with a layup giving him 36 points.
And that's been the call of the game. Just too much Bennett Sturts here this afternoon.
Still 1:38 left. Timeouts remaining. 1 for Iowa, 1 for the Cats. Both teams in the double bonus now. Here is West. Gets a screen from Martinelli. Try again for 3. That was no good. Rebound Banks. 1:25 remaining. His first miss of the game. Here's Sturts with a read on him out at midcourt. Now picked up by Martinelli. Will jump pass to Banks. In a comb, shovels left corner, 3. Folgaris, no good. Rebound out of bounds to the Wildcats.
Iowa fans not in love with that call as they thought.
Martinelli over the back.
Or Sheravino.
Was it?
Yeah, on the right baseline.
Yep.
We get blocked out a little bit being here at the court level, but Sheravino skies and the Cats get the ball.
They're going to challenge it, I believe. I'm sorry, they are going to review this out of bounds. Challenge here. This close shave instant replay is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value. Yeah, with Sheravino, not Nick.
I've got the strong left eye here, closer to that baseline, Dave.
So this is under review. 72-67 Iowa. 1:04 showing on the clock.
This could be a huge call here if it's reversed. Cats have possession. They could come down and score and cut the lead to 2 or 3. But if Iowa gets the ball, they've got 20 seconds on the shot clock, and Bennett Sturts and his crew, they've made the Cats pay for these second chance scoring opportunities.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM Big Ten Radio, channel 372 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team in conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com. 72-67 Iowa, 1:04 to play. The out-of-bounds play under review. It was called Northwestern ball. Here comes the call. Iowa wins its challenge. It's Iowa ball. So the Hawkeyes keep a timeout. Very important at this stage of the game. 1:04 remaining. 5-point game. Holmes will inbound baseline right. And a timeout taken by the Hawkeyes. So they used that timeout they just saved, and they will talk this over again.
Yeah,
keep it right here.
Yeah, the Cats, instead of guarding the ball, double team Sturts, and it caught the Hawkeyes a little off guard.
Well, the Wildcats have led by as many as 6. Iowa's led by as many as 14. Hawkeyes lead by 5 at the moment. We've had 6 ties, 3 lead changes. Iowa's led for most of it. Cats have outshot the Hawkeyes 48% to 45%. And the rebounding numbers, which had tightened up by halftime, very lopsided here in the second half. But the Wildcats offensively, you look at the turnovers, 10 turnovers by the team which averages the fewest turnovers in the nation, or second fewest in the nation. That's cost them so many possessions here, so many chances.
And 8 of those turnovers came in the first half, Dave, so the Cats have done a much better job of taking care of the ball here in the second half.
All right, Holmes the trigger. 1:04 on the clock. Full Garris in the right corner with Cheravino pressuring. Backs his way towards the lane, spins to his right, dribbles back out with it. Scoops it to Sturts. Reed on him. 8 to shoot. 52 seconds left. Back to Banks. Bangs in the crowd, puts up a jumper, no good. Rebound tipped around, and Martinelli had it. Reed gets it. Down the court. Reed to the basket. Missed the layup, and the rebound Banks. And the Cats give the foul with 36.8.
Boy, a real missed opportunity for the Cats there as Jaden Reed tries to beat the Hawkeyes down in transition. Can't finish the play, which would have put the lead down to 3. And now,
so Banks at the free throw line, where he was 5 for 5 in the first half, and left 2 shots here. Try to make this a 3-possession game with 36.8 on the clock. The foul of Martinelli, by the way, his 4th. Free throw, good. So it's a 6-point lead, 36.8. Another one coming here for Banks. This would make it a 3-possession ball game, and it hits the front of the rim and drops through. 74-67, 36.8. Here's West looking right. Martinelli, a 3, right corner, got it. Timeout, Northwestern. Nick Martinelli hits the 3, and the Wildcats cut it to 4 with 28.6 remaining, and the Cats take time. Nick Martinelli, talk about a bounce-back game for him, 21 points. Nick hits the 20-point mark for the 18th time this season, 38th time in his career. And the Wildcats still have a glimmer of hope here with less than a half minute to go.
Dave, if anyone is watching this game, which I'm sure they are, and listening to us on the radio, Martinelli and Sturts, great examples of players that don't have a tremendous amount of athleticism, but look at how effective they are as players by being fundamentally sound. And now the Cats desperate for a stop here, and it looks like Justin Mullins has been called to duty to try to make something happen. Perhaps he guards Sturts to try to get the ball out of his hands and challenge his shots.
The Living Mop Crew is part of our winning team. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Living has the best tools to keep it clean. The mops, brooms, and brushes are family made in the USA. Visit Living.com to see our product lineup and for a store locator. Iowa 74, Northwestern 70, 28.6 remaining. Most points in 3 games for the Cats.
Well, also in addition to that, Iowa comes into the game holding their opponents to 63.5 points per game. And this has been a hard-fought game. Cats have been good, just had a couple of droughts that have really hurt them this game.
All right, Combs looking inbound, having trouble, and he feeds it to Sturts. Lob ahead, Koch ahead of the pack. Martinelli chasing, and he dunks it. 23.6. 76-70. West to the other end. Out to Reed. Catch and shoot 3 is no good. Rebound in the corner, out of bounds to the Hawkeyes with 14.1. And that, in all likelihood, will do it.
Yeah, Cats looked like they had bottled up the out-of-bounds play. Might have been a 5-second violation. And Iowa gets it in, and
Chervino, they heave it in. Sturts the catch. And Sturts tied up by Reed and Clayton with 7.9.
Well, it might be a little too late for that. Yeah. The Cats weren't getting the benefit of that call earlier.
And the arrow is with Iowa. But Cats are playing right till the final buzzer.
And this is what Chris Collins wants to see out of this ball game as they finish up the season, go down the stretch, continue to play hard and with integrity.
The bounce pass goes to Banks. You heard Coach say no foul, no foul. That's it. Final seconds, winding down, and it's all over. Now the Iowa Hawkeyes hold off the Wildcats here by a final score of 76-70. The Cats battled all the way to the end, but came up short and suffer their 11th Big Ten loss of the season. And they lose here at Iowa City for the 11th straight time as the Hawkeyes keep their winning streak going, now 6 in a row. Stay with us. Our post-game show is coming up. We'll talk to Coach Chris Collins. We'll have more for you coming up. On the post-game, here from Carver Hawkeye Arena, Nick Martinelli finishing the game today with 21 points. So his best game since the Penn State game. But the Cats come up a little bit short here and suffer a 6-point loss to the Iowa Hawkeyes. Today's broadcast of Northwestern basketball was presented by Wintrust, Chicago's bank and official bank of Northwestern Athletics. Northwestern Medicine proudly leading the way towards better health care. Athletico, physical therapy partner of Northwestern Athletics. SeatGeek, official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Northwestern Athletics, and Odyssey Brands Greek yogurt and feta cheese, preferred Greek yogurt and feta cheese of Northwestern Athletics. Final score, Iowa 76, Northwestern 70. Stay with us. The Wildcat Game Day post-game show presented by Northwestern Medicine is next. It's Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield at 720 WGN.
Abbott in the Big Ten. 18 schools. One blood drive competition with a life-saving purpose. We give blood. This season, your one donation helped save up to 3 lives. And together, we saved over 200,000. But the need for blood never stops. So keep your sleeves rolled up. Keep giving blood. Keep saving lives. Visit big10.org/Abbott to donate.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
That's it. We're done.
You've been listening to Northwestern Wildcat Basketball, presented by Wintrust, Chicago's bank and official bank of Northwestern Athletics. Now on to the postgame show. Once again, the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
Welcome to the Wildcat Game Day postgame show, brought to you by Northwestern Medicine, the official healthcare partner of Northwestern Athletics.